So today is the first day that I'm able to come in our new space. So this is where you come in the front door here, and there's like a little vinyl section here. And then this wall that's partitioned off here, I'm probably gonna leave that as it is because that's gonna help me divide this space up to be probably my office slash labeling section here. So the rest of all that space there is going to be the production area, and this here is where we're going to cut that opening. So there's also a closet back here, and we did not get an inspection on this building, which I expected to find some things, so it's fine, but I'm going to utilize this closet. I'll probably take that door off the hinges, but back here is where it leads to this little outside area. But the water heater here is like completely a disaster. So it's leaking, it's wet, and I feel quite certain, 100% certain actually, that all that flooring under it is rotten, and we're gonna have to pull all that up and put new subfloor in. I'm just gonna be curious as to how far the damage goes. I mean, it's just like mold in there, and it's pretty nasty. So my husband is going to turn the water off to this, and we're going to drain it. That's why we have this hose to it here. He's going to drain all the water out of that because it is not in there anyway. It's leaking on the floor. So I'm probably going to hire a plumber, because all this has been soldered, to take that, cut it, and just pull this tank out, because I really don't need it, because what that's feeding is this bathroom right here. And I don't need hot water in this bathroom. So this is really, I don't even need this bathroom, but I'm going to leave it just because it's already here. And I'm not trying to do a major renovation to this building, but I do need to clean it up. So I'm going to pull up all this vinyl. And they just have a piece of carpet here. I'm going to pull up all this nasty floor here. We're going to obviously pull that up, and we will replace whatever is rotten under there, and then we'll pull this carpet up here. And then, like I said, I'll probably take this door off and just have this as like open storage, because it's pretty big. I'll turn on the light. It's pretty deep. I mean, it's probably, I don't know, 4 feet deep. So yeah, we're gonna pull this carpet up. He left me this, which I'm sure I can find some use for it. I don't know. It's just a metal unit there. But so yeah, all this space here will be production. That's where the opening's gonna be. And on the other side of that wall is where I'll have my office and labeling, because my office currently is in my building, and I think I'm gonna use that as storage, you know, for like packaging and stuff like that, I think. But so yeah, first things first is getting this disaster here. Did you get it turned off?
No, I couldn't.
Well, he wasn't able to get it turned off. It's like really,
No, it's turned off, but I can't drain the tank.
oh, we can't drain it, so we'll have to call a plumber. So there we go. But anyway, so this would be day one, and we're not really necessarily doing anything today, but when we saw that, we decided we needed to try and see if we could cut the water supply to it so that it's not draining any more water, which it's probably been draining water for years. So that's going to be fun. But anyway, I think overall it should be fine. I'm sure we're going to run into some other things. These ceiling tiles are horrible. The fans. But look, I'm just grateful to have the space. So we're not trying to make this space a pretty space, but I do need it to be clean, sanitary, and, you know, not gonna rot out from under me. So we'll fix that rot and put flooring down, and I'm gonna paint. So I'm gonna take all these things off, and I will paint in here, freshen it up the best that we can. And yeah, so this is day one. All right, so here is my little time lapse that I filmed so that you guys can watch all the work that we're doing on this, and things have not gone as planned. So at the end of this video, I'm gonna give you an explanation as to everything. And it'll make more sense at the end. But right now, I'm just letting you watch all the work that we did. And I have a really, really bad back. So I know as you're watching the time lapse, there might be some areas where I'm like bent over and might be like my butt on the camera, but it's just because of the way I have to work. It's easier for me to bend like that than it is to like squat and do it. I don't know why. I just have a really bad back. So this is probably the last thing I need to be doing is renovating like this, but this will probably be the last big project that we take on because I just don't know that I can do it anymore. But this has turned out to be a much bigger project and probably much more expensive than what I was planning. But that's usually what happens, and I kind of get that, and I somewhat expected that. This is us taking out that nasty, nasty hot water heater and showing you the rot right here. You can see, I mean, it was so bad. I mean, it stunk so bad in there. Once we started pulling up all that flooring, well, even before we pulled up the flooring, it had like a really bad smell in there. You could tell it smelled wet. And then when we started pulling up the flooring, it made that smell even stronger. So it was really bad. And just all that mold and mildew. I mean, the people that were in this office, I mean, I'm sure that they had some kind of asthma or respiratory problems from all the mold that was in there. It was really bad. I mean, it was all up the walls. In that area right there where we're working right now, where the hot water heater was, I mean, it was like literally standing water. And so we're having to pull all that up, and we're going to have to take down those walls. The air conditioning people are going to have to come remove that air conditioner. But yeah, I'm going to explain it to you a little bit at the end, a little bit better as I'm walking through. I'm going to show it to you guys. But yeah, this was quite the undertaking today. So I'm going to bring you guys along with me, and hopefully I'm going to redesign this space, and maybe I can get some ideas from you guys as far as where the walls are going to go, because we're going to have to take out all those walls. None of them are load bearing, so we're going to remove those. I had to get a dumpster delivered. That's my dumpster out there. So we had to do that too and put all that stuff in there. But yeah, here's my explanation. So here we are on day 2 of our renovation on this. I think I would have probably inserted the fast motion or the time-lapse video for you guys to see us actually taking all this stuff up. And of course, things did not go as easily as we had hoped because, well, just to give you, so you'll have your bearings. Hold on, let me back up. So over here on this wall is where we're gonna do the cutout, about where that glass is sitting. So that's where the cutout is gonna be to our side of this, to my store over there. And so we started pulling up all the baseboards, carpet, vinyl flooring, like 3 layers of flooring. And we discovered that the water heater had been leaking for probably some years. And so it's got all kinds of rot. So we started pulling it back, and so now we are exposed to the basement, or not basement, but the crawl space. And that's where the water heater was at right there. So it was soaking wet, all kinds of mold and mildew, probably fungus and such. But my husband got down there and looked at it, and the joists look okay. That's, you can see that joist right there, that new one, that is actually from our store, where we had to do sister joist on our side because we had the same issue as far as rot, for a different reason though. We had a hole in the wall on our side. But so this is all this we're going to pull up, and at this point we are trying to figure out if we're going to reconfigure the walls or what we're going to do, because they have the air conditioner right here, which was not easily accessible because it was in the same closet as this leaking water heater. So and the bathroom is right here. Ooh, it's right back here, and there's some rot in the corner of this bathroom there, and then there's also a little bit of rot here. So we're gonna pull all this out. So we're trying to figure out if we are going to reconfigure and do the bathroom somewhere else, because the bathroom has a window, and I would prefer the window to be in the workspace rather than the bathroom. But so this is where we're at. We're gonna pull up everything that's rotten and go from there. And we got to call an air conditioner guy to come disconnect this, and then so we can pull up all this wall and everything. So it's been a long day, but this is where we're at. So this closet was something that I think I liked the location of it. So we may leave it. We just don't know. We're not sure. There's a lot that we can do as far as reconfiguring the space, because now that we're pulling everything down, we can basically put it back however. But I would really like to be the most cost effective that we can be, and also the most time effective that we can be without spending so much time on this renovation, because the whole purpose of it is so that I can be more productive in the business, and it's hard to do that if you're renovating. So, but yeah, there's our hole, and I will show you guys what we're doing later, but this is where we're at. There's my husband. Bye, you guys.